Hey guys, Ricardo here. Welcome to another blog tech tips. In today's tutorial, guys, we're gonna look at how to disassemble this HP laptop. Of course, it doesn't really matter the model. As long as yours is a similar setup, you can use this video to do a full disassembly. For changing out parts, you can use it for cleaning your device. In this particular device, it has overheating issues, and I'm gonna open it up just to get the dust out to clean. Alright, so just check out the device here. This is the front. You have the back over here. And here is the back. Alright, so we're gonna first of all go ahead and remove the battery. The battery must be removed to make sure that there's no charge. If it's a removable battery, that is. Some devices might not have removable batteries. Alright, and what we're gonna do next, now that it's off, is to remove the screws. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these screws. I'm using this Phillips screwdriver here. This is my handy Phillips screwdriver. Go ahead and get out the screws one at a time. In the interest of this video, I'm going to save time by skipping this section. Let me show you where the screws are. There's one here, here. There is one here. You're gonna look behind the battery as well. Chances are there's some in the battery compartment here. I think there's one along here, here, and in case you might miss one, there's one here, here's one here, I see one here as well, and there might be hidden ones under these strips sometimes, so watch out for those as well. Alright, so that's it for the main location. Alright guys, so I've removed all the screws. As you can see here, the holes are blank, the screws are out. Here we have these screws, the battery over there, and for now we're going to slip out this drive to get it out of the way. And of course, now that it's finished, we should be able to separate both halves of the laptop. But before you do that, watch out for hidden screws. Sometimes there are screws along here, not on every model, but of course you might just find that there's some here, but there's always or usually a hidden screw. As soon as I find it here, I'll identify it. Alright guys, to be on the safe side, I've removed the strip down here. There's no screw here, but you do see sometimes they allow for screws due to the notch that they leave right here, and they're seen along here and here, but this one doesn't have any hidden screws. Usually the seams are along here to open. However, if you do not see those, you have to check along this side here, and here's the groove, and this is where it's going to open from. All right, so we're going to start opening, going around. Usually you need some form of tool to open up. I usually use a screwdriver or something. Not the best tool to use, but just be careful, as it does smudge or mess with the plastic a bit. But if you can get into the groove right here, it should lift. Alright guys, forgive me, I'm trying to show you here. Notice the grooves are lifting, going around. This thing is going to lift all the way around. Do not force it. You're going to take your time and lift. Forgive me. I have to actually do this while I'm angling the camera, so it's very difficult to do both. Alright guys, I'm going to use one of my tools. This is you can use an old credit card. This is just a old ID slide. There was nothing printed on it, but I use these to open up. You can use an old ID, old credit card. It'll work quite fine. Alright, so we're going to get this in to the groove, not too far. So we're just going to get it enough to start lifting. Alright guys, so while you're working, just a few notes. Never force anything. In this case here, make sure that you work along here. Forgive me for the background noise. Alright guys, so you're going to lift. Make sure you get into the grooves. Work the grooves all the way around. I've already pre-loosened this. You're going to get all the way around here. And what you want to do guys is just make sure you loosen it up. If you're meeting resistance, do not force it. It usually means you have missed something. Every time I encounter one of these new devices, if it has to be forced, it cannot happen. For example, I was stuck right here in the opening process. Guys, first time opening one of these, as I was saying, I lift. I noticed I was getting resistance to this end, meaning there's a hidden screw on the other end. You're going to stop, and I'm going to show you the hidden screws in this case. As I said, HP is very crafty. I was expecting it here as on other models, but look right here guys, notice these. Looks normal, looks plastic, but actually what's under here is that, as I was saying guys, there's always hidden screws These hidden ones are here. First I'm seeing this hidden one here. I was expecting it. So let's take your screwdriver, flat tip, lift. Looks like feet, but it's actually hidden screws beneath here. That's why I always say do not force anything to separate. So there are hidden screws right here. Make sure you get those hidden screws. Likewise, there are hidden ones over here. Alright, so you're gonna lift. And if you force this, you're gonna damage this section, right? So make sure you get these hidden screws right here. Alright, we're gonna lift, you remove these two. Alright, I'm gonna catch this one right here. This is the other hidden screw. Sorry. Alright, so we're gonna get these out. Alright, so there's two hidden screws here. So as we were saying, this one along with this one. And of course, just in case you want to get the model number of this device, it's the TPN C126. I'm not sure if that's the model number. There's a lot of numbers here, chassis number. Alright, so maybe you want to get that information. Alright, so now we have removed these two hidden screws. And we have removed all other screws. The key one is the hidden ones right here under these rubber feet. You're going to flip over. And once you flip over, guys, we're going to open up. Forgive me again, I'm trying to work with my hands here while handling the camera. You're going to use the card. You're going to lift and get it between here. Get it in all the grooves going around. And of course, once you do, this thing should pop right open. Alright guys, I've gotten into all of the grooves. I've loosened everything. And I've gotten the card into the grooves to separate. I've made sure I've gotten everything. So now I'm going to separate fully. This is very difficult with using a single hand. But as I said, guys, do forgive me. Alright, so we're going to separate. As you see here, it's separating. Alright, I'll try to do this right here. Alright guys, so I got some assistance. As I was saying, in this section, make sure that you get the card in between here to lift. I've already pre-lifted this. It's not very hard. Simply get it into the grooves. It will lift all the way around. And you want to get the screen out of the way. Once everything is pre-lifted, you're going to carefully separate the back. And in the case of this device, this is the internals right here for the HP. And this is all that's inside of your laptop. Basically, this is everything that makes up the HP. Alright, so this is the back cover. This is the main board right over here. Alright, from here, let me give you a tour. This is the section that the DVD drive was in. So when this slides in right here, to attach to that section there. This is a hard drive. This is the RAM, RAM. So the RAM here, that's just the memory. This is the fan that basically cools the CPU. The CPU is here beneath the heatsink. Alright, so here's the Cmos Watcher in case you want to clear the Cmos. This can be removed. This is the main board over here. The battery would attach right here. And I said this is the back cover. Also, when you're separating, make sure not to yank everything off. In some devices, they do add a speaker on the back cover, so if you yank this to separate, it can damage something. Everything is connected by ribbon cables. Ribbon cables can be removed, with each component being removed, including touchpads. There's the speaker over there. Alright, the client was saying that they had issues with fan. One of the fans, you were getting a constant warning that the fan was going out. And of course, if you're overheating, it could mainly be referring to, in this model, the only fan would be the CPU fan, which is real bad. Meaning if the CPU fan is failing, the laptop will overheat. If the laptop overheats, it will shut down to protect itself. And I'm seeing no secondary fan anywhere on the back cover, which means that the main CPU fan is failing. And the only way I can think of for fixing this would be to use or to find a matching fan, replace the matching replace the fan, and if you're able to do that, it might be able to fix the issue. Otherwise, overheating might be caused by dust. The dust itself can cause the PC to overheat if it's not moving enough air, but based on all the client has said, I can conclude that the fan here is the source of the issue, so I'll have to find a way to change this out. As I was saying, guys, from this stage in disassembly, you can find anything that you need, and of course from here, what you gotta do is simply change out anything. It's a matter of removing screws or detaching clips, and you should be good from this point moving forward, depending on what you want to do. Alright guys, so everything should be quite simple from this point moving forward. So of course I'm gonna wrap up the video here. You can figure out how to do everything. From here you can remove hard drives, removing simple screws or flipping up latches and so on. It should be easy from here. Alright guys, Ricardo Gardner, basically showing you to disassemble this HP laptop. Saying bye until next time. Bye.